to the Sunday sanctuary. The week is behind you. The noise, the lists, the demands of the world, they have all faded at the shoreline of this moment. You have come to Deep Sleep Bible because your soul is seeking more than just sleep. It is seeking a return. Tonight, we are not just closing our eyes. We are opening our spirits to the great unbuilding. Over the last 7 days, you have carried heavy things. You have tried to be the architect of your own safety. You have mourned time you thought was lost. You have stood in the cold shadows of what if, but tonight, the construction stops. Look at the light flowing toward you in the darkness. Each spark of this glitter rain is a promise that you are not forgotten and you are not behind. In this hour, we will walk together through the ruins of your anxiety and into the geography of grace. We will watch the years the locusts ate be restored before our very eyes, and we will find the peace that does not ask for permission to exist. Adjust your headphones. Lower the volume of the world. Let your breath match the rhythm of the eternal tide. You are in the open fortress now. The architect is awake, so you finally can sleep. Let the journey begin. Stay still. Do not try to find the light. In the book of Kings, it is written, "The Lord said that he would dwell in the thick darkness." Think about that. The Creator of all things chose the deep, heavy shadows as his dwelling place. So when you find yourself surrounded by the night, you are not away from him. You have just walked into his private chambers. The world fears what it cannot see, but you are a child of the covenant. For you, the darkness is not a void. It is a veil. Be honest in the comments. What is the one fear you've been carrying that feels too dark to handle? Lay it down here. Let the authority of the word dissolve it. As you lie there, let your body acknowledge the sovereignty of Psalm 139. If I say, "Surely the darkness will hide me," even the darkness will not be dark to you. The night will shine like the day, for darkness is as light to you. Your eyes are tired because they were meant for the day. Close them now. Let them rest in the holy shadow. Feel your shoulders sink. You are no longer standing guard over your life. He who watches over you will not slumber. If the Almighty is awake, you have no duty to be. Release the tension in your hands. Open your palms. You are not holding on to the world anymore. You are being held by the one who fashioned the world out of nothing. Feel the peace of the Spirit washing over your chest, steadying your heart, slowing your pulse to the rhythm of grace. Your mind is trying to light lamps that do not need to be lit. It is worrying about tomorrow's bread. But remember the promise. He gives to his beloved sleep. This is your inheritance. Not worry, not calculation. Sleep. Imagine every anxious thought as a bird looking for a place to land. But tonight, there is no branch for them here. The Spirit has cleared the air. Hear the words of Psalm 91. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. You are beneath those feathers now. They are thick, warm, and silent. The noise of the city, the noise of your past, the noise of your failures. They cannot penetrate this divine pavilion. We are drifting now, away from the shore of the visible world. You are safe in the thick darkness where God resides. It is a place of deep restoration where the DNA of your soul is mended while you rest. The transition is complete. The weight of the world has stayed at the door. You are now inside the secret place of the Most High. The darkness is your friend. The night is your sanctuary. Listen to the rain. Listen to the silence and hear him whisper, "Be still and know that I am God." In the modern world, we have been conditioned to worship the light. We see the light as the only place of truth, and we view the darkness as a defect, an absence, a mistake. But if you open the first scroll, you find a different truth. Before "let there be light" was ever uttered, the Spirit of God was already there, moving, brooding over the face of the deep. This is the logos of your rest. Darkness is not the enemy of God. It is his laboratory. It is the womb where every great work begins. You are troubled tonight because you feel you are in a dark season. But look at the stars. They do not fight the night. They rely on it to be seen. Without the velvet backdrop of the void, their glory would be invisible. Your soul is the same. There are parts of your character, parts of your calling, that can only be forged in the divine dark, where no human eye can distract you. Why does your mind race when the lights go out? Because in the light, you have the illusion of control. You can see your hands. You can see the door. You can see the path. But the scripture invites you into a deeper wisdom. We walk by faith, not by sight. The darkness is God's way of forcing the ego to go to sleep so that the spirit can finally wake up. It is a psychological deconstruction. When you can no longer see your world, you are forced to trust the architect who built it. Remember the words of the prophet Isaiah. I will give you the treasures of darkness and hidden riches of secret places. Think about that. The treasures aren't in the neon lights. They aren't in the midday sun. The hidden riches are stored in the very shadows you have been trying to avoid. Tonight, you aren't just sleeping. You are treasure hunting. You are descending into the quiet vaults of the Almighty to collect the strength you will need for tomorrow. Consider the nature of creation. A seed does not sprout in the sun. It is buried. It is pressed into the cold, black earth, alone and covered. To the seed, this feels like death. It feels like the end. But in that darkness, the shell breaks. In that silence, the life force begins to stir. You feel the weight of the world on you tonight. Perhaps it is not the weight of a grave, but the weight of a garden. God is burying you in His peace so that He can break the shells of your anxiety. Except a corn of wheat fall into the ground and die, it abideth alone. But if it die, it bringeth forth much fruit. Your sleep tonight is a holy death to your ego and a divine resurrection for your spirit. When Moses went up the mountain to receive the law, he didn't walk into a sunbeam. The word says he drew near unto the thick darkness where God was. Do not be afraid of the thick darkness in your life right now. Do not be afraid of the silence in your room. It is a sign that the King is granting you a private audience. The cloud is not there to blind you. It is there to protect you from the distractions of the world. In this darkness, your hearing becomes sharp. You begin to hear the still, small voice that the noise of the day drowned out. This is why this topic will change your life. Once you realize that the darkness is God's pavilion, you will never be afraid of the night again. You will welcome it. You will seek it, because you know that the dark is where the Father whispers his most intimate secrets. Are you beginning to see your darkness differently now? Is it a prison, or is it a palace? Let the truth of the Logos set you free as you drift closer to the narrative. Close your eyes even tighter now, but do not strain. Imagine you are no longer in your room. The walls of your house have dissolved, and the ceiling has opened up to a sky so black, so deep, it looks like a sea of obsidian. You are standing at the edge of the Judean wilderness, just as the sun has dipped below the jagged limestone hills. The air is no longer dry. It is filled with the scent of ancient rain, crushed hyssop, and wild honey. You see a path lit only by the faint silver glow of the stars. The same stars God promised to Abraham. You walk slowly. Your feet find a path of soft sand and smooth stones. Every step you take, the weight of the city, the noise of the century you left behind, falls away. Ahead of you stands a structure of ancient stone, the king's pavilion. It is draped in heavy, dark linens, indigo, purple, and charcoal. You reach out your hand, feel the texture of the fabric. It is thick. It is cool. It is the boundary between the chaos of the world and the order of the divine. You move the curtain aside and step in. Inside, there is no lamp. There is only a faint, golden ember glowing in a bronze brazier in the corner. The light is so dim, it barely reaches the floor, and you realize this is what you've been searching for. The darkness here feels like water. It is heavy, but it doesn't crush you. It supports you. You lie down on a bed of soft cedar branches covered in thick wool. Smell the cedar. It is sharp, clean, and grounding. Above you, the heavy linen of the tent ripples slightly in the wind. Shh, shh, it whispers. It is the sound of Psalm 91 manifesting in the physical world. You are literally abiding under the shadow of the Almighty. As you lie in this holy blackness, you realize you are not alone. There is a presence in the room so massive, so peaceful that your own heart begins to slow down just to match its rhythm. This is the thick darkness where Moses stood. You are safe here. No one can find you here. Your phone cannot reach you. Your critics cannot see you. Your failures cannot follow you past that indigo curtain. Outside, the desert wind howls, carrying the cries of the world. But inside the pavilion, there is only the sound of your own breath and the crackle of the dying ember. You feel a hand, invisible but real, being placed upon your forehead. It is a hand that bears the marks of a sacrifice made for your peace. The darkness is weaving a cocoon around you. It is knitting your weary muscles back together. It is washing the dust of the day off your soul. The ember in the brazier glows one last time and then fades into a deep, velvety grey. Now, there is no difference between the air and your skin. You are merging with the silence. You are a child in a cradle, and the cradle is the palm of God. The stars outside continue their silent watch, but you are deeper than the stars. You are in the heart of the night. Can you feel the weight of his wing covering you now? Can you feel the safety of being hidden? Everything is finished. The sun has completed its circuit. The moon has taken its throne. And you have reached the end of your striving. Feel the darkness as a physical presence now. It is not cold. It is a warm velvet weight that is gently pressing you down into the bed of grace. Your mind is like a candle that has been blown out. The smoke is drifting upward, disappearing into the infinite ceiling of God's mercy. There is no more thinking, only being. Hear the ancient echoes of the word, drifting through the hallways of your subconscious. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High. You are in that secret place, shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. The shadow is not a place of fear. It is a place of absolute immunity. He will not let your foot slip. is holding the foundations of your life while you let go. Let these truths be the foundation of your dreams tonight. I release the day. It is gone. It is covered by the blood. I release the people. They are in His hands. I am in His hands. My bed is a sanctuary. My room is a temple. The darkness is the King's blanket, and I am tucked beneath it. I do not need to watch the night, for the watchman of Israel is at the door. Inhale the peace of the sanctuary. Exhale the remnants of the world. Inhale the silence of the stars. Exhale the noise of the Gur. Your breathing is no longer yours. It is the Spirit breathing through you. Like a child sleeping on its father's chest, you are rising and falling with the rhythm of the divine heart. If you wake in the night, do not be afraid. The darkness is still His pavilion. If you hear the wind, it is but the rustle of His robes. You are anonymous now. You have no name, no title, no debt. You are only beloved. The gate is closed. The lights are out. The miracle of restoration is beginning in your marrow, in your cells, in your soul. I will lie down and sleep. I will lie down. Sleep. Sleep. Peace be unto you. Peace be within your walls. Deep, deep rest. Amen. Before we begin tonight's reading, take a quiet moment for yourself. Wherever you are right now, allow your body to settle. Let your shoulders relax. Let your breathing become slow and gentle. If your mind has been racing today, if worries or anxious thoughts have followed you into this night, you are not alone. Many hearts carry quiet burdens when the world grows still. But this moment is different. This is a moment of rest. You do not need to solve anything right now. You do not need to carry every thought. You do not need to hold the weight of tomorrow. Instead, allow yourself to rest in the quiet presence of God. As we slowly read these words from the Bible tonight, let them wash over your mind like calm water over stone. There is no need to focus on every sentence perfectly. Simply listen. Let the rhythm of the words guide you toward peace. Your mind may wander, and that is perfectly all right. Just gently return to the sound of the voice, to the calmness of the scripture, and to the stillness of this moment. Take a slow breath in and slowly breathe out. Again, breathe in and release the tension of the day as you breathe out. The night is a place of quiet restoration, a place where anxious thoughts can soften and fade. In the Bible, we are reminded again and again that we do not walk alone, even in our most uncertain moments. God's peace is not loud or forceful. It is gentle. It is patient. And it meets us in quiet places like this one. So tonight, allow every anxious thought to slowly loosen its grip. Let every worry drift further away with each breath. You are safe to rest here. There is nothing you must prove, nothing you must figure out. Only rest, only quiet, only peace. Now, as your breathing becomes slower and your body begins to grow heavier with sleep, we will gently begin our reading from Scripture. Let these words be a calm place for your mind to rest tonight. As the quiet of this night continues to settle around you, allow your breathing to grow even slower and softer. You have already begun to leave the noise of the day behind, the rush of thoughts, the pressure of unfinished things, the weight of worries that often follow us into the evening. All of these can slowly fade now. This is a moment of stillness. You do not need to hurry anywhere. You do not need to solve anything tonight. You are simply here to rest. Sometimes anxiety makes the mind feel crowded. Thoughts arrive one after another, each one asking for attention. But tonight, you can gently allow those thoughts to pass by, like clouds drifting across a quiet sky. You do not have to hold on to them. Instead, let your attention rest on these calm and steady words from Scripture. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. Beside still waters, a place of quiet, a place of quiet, a place of gentle rest. Imagine those still waters for a moment, calm and undisturbed, reflecting the soft light of the evening sky. There is no rush there, no pressure, only peace, only peace. He restores my soul. If your mind has been tired today, if your heart has carried tension or worry, these words remind us that restoration is possible, that even in the middle of uncertainty, quiet renewal can begin. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. For you are with me. Those words are simple, yet powerful. You are not alone in your thoughts tonight. You are not alone in your worries. God's presence is gentle and steady, like a calm hand resting over a restless heart. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Comfort is not always loud or dramatic. Often it comes quietly, like the soft rhythm of breathing or the calm sound of rain against a window. Let your breathing match that calm rhythm now. Slowly breathe in and gently breathe out. Again, breathe in and breathe out. With every breath, allow tension to soften in your body. Allow your shoulders to relax. Allow your mind to grow quieter. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. These words were spoken as an invitation to release the weight that we carry when life becomes overwhelming, an invitation to lay down our worries and receive something gentler in their place. I will give you rest, rest for the mind that keeps replaying worries, rest for the heart that feels uneasy, rest for the body that has been holding tension. Tonight, you are allowed to rest. You do not need to prove anything. You do not need to earn this moment of peace. Simply listen and allow your mind to grow heavier with calm. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds. The peace of God, a peace that does not depend on perfect circumstances, a peace that remains steady even when life feels uncertain, a peace that gently guards the heart. Imagine that peace like a quiet shelter around your thoughts tonight, a calm space where worry cannot grow stronger. Let that peace settle over your mind. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. These words remind us that strength does not always come from pushing harder or thinking more. Sometimes strength comes from letting go, from trusting, from resting. And as you continue listening, you may notice your thoughts slowing down, becoming softer, drifting further apart. That is perfectly natural. Your mind is learning to rest. Let every breath become slower. Let every muscle become heavier. Let the quiet words of Scripture guide you gently toward sleep. Tonight, you are safe to rest. You are safe to release the worries of the day. And as the calm presence of God surrounds you, allow your mind to grow quieter, your body to grow heavier, and your thoughts to slowly drift into peaceful sleep. As the quiet night continues to deepen around you, allow your body to become even more relaxed. By now, the noise of the day has begun to fade. Your breathing is slower. Your thoughts are softer. And your body may already feel heavier against the place where you are resting. There is nothing you need to do now. Nothing you need to think about. Simply continue to listen and allow these gentle words to carry you into deeper rest. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. Be still. These simple words invite the mind to slow down. They invite the heart to release the constant movement of anxious thoughts. Be still. Allow your breathing to match that stillness. Slowly breathe in and slowly breathe out. With each breath, your body can relax more deeply. Your shoulders soften, your jaw loosens, your hands rest quietly. Peace, I leave with you. My peace I give to you. Not as the world gives do I give to you. Let not your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid. Let not your heart be troubled. Let not your mind be afraid. Tonight is not a time for worry. Tonight is a time for rest, for quiet, for peace. You may notice your thoughts drifting further apart now. One thought slowly fading before another gently appears, like small ripples disappearing across still water. Let those ripples fade. Let the surface of your mind grow calm again. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Close, near, present, even in quiet moments like this one, even in the middle of the night, even in moments when your mind once felt restless. You are not alone here. The gentle presence of God remains steady and calm. The Lord gives strength to his people. The Lord blesses his people with peace. Peace. A soft and quiet peace. Not loud. Not overwhelming, but steady and calm, like the slow rhythm of breathing, like the quiet stillness of night. Allow that peace to spread gently through your body now, from your head, down through your shoulders, into your arms, and through your hands. Let your chest grow softer with each breath. Let your stomach release the tension it may have been holding. Let your legs grow heavy and relaxed. And let your whole body rest. Cast all your anxiety on him, because he cares for you. Every worry, every anxious thought, every fear about tomorrow, you do not need to carry those tonight. You can gently place them down. Let them drift away for now, and allow yourself to rest in the quiet care of God. You may notice your breathing becoming slower now, your body becoming heavier, your thoughts becoming softer and quieter. That is perfectly natural. Your mind is preparing for deep sleep, so continue to listen gently and without effort. Let the words pass through your mind like a calm breeze, and allow the stillness of this night to carry you deeper into peaceful rest. The night has grown quieter now. Your body is resting more deeply. Your breathing has become slow and gentle, rising and falling in a calm and steady rhythm. There is nothing you need to do, nothing you need to think about. Simply continue resting as the quiet words of Scripture move softly through your mind. Be still and know that I am God. Be still. Be still. Let your mind rest in those simple words tonight. Be still. Allow the thoughts of the day to drift further away. Allow the questions of tomorrow to fade into the distance. Only this quiet moment matters now. Only this calm breath. Be still. The Lord gives strength to his people. The Lord blesses his people with peace, gentle peace, quiet peace, peace that settles softly over the heart, peace that calms the mind, peace that slowly carries the body towards sleep. The Lord blesses his people with peace. Let that peace rest over you now, like a soft blanket in the quiet night, like calm waters under a still sky, like the gentle rhythm of breathing. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives do I give to you. Let not your heart be troubled. Let not your heart be troubled. Let not your mind be troubled. Tonight you are safe to rest. Tonight you are safe to release the weight of the day. Let every muscle soften. Let every breath grow slower. Let every thought become quieter. Cast all your anxiety on him, because he cares for you. Because he cares for you. Every worry, every restless thought, every fear about tomorrow, you can release them now. You can let them drift away into the quiet of the night, because you are cared for. You are held. You are not alone. The Lord is is near to all who call on him, near in the quiet, near in the stillness, near in the gentle rhythm of this peaceful night. So continue to rest. Continue breathing slowly. Continue allowing your thoughts to soften and drift. Let the quiet presence of God remain with you as sleep grows deeper and deeper. Rest now. Rest in peace. Rest in stillness. Rest in the quiet of this night. As this quiet night continues, allow your body to remain deeply at rest. Your breathing is slow now. Your thoughts have softened, and your mind may already be drifting gently between wakefulness and sleep. There is nothing you need to do, nothing you need to hold on to. Simply continue resting as these final peaceful words from Scripture surround you. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. Peace in your mind. Peace in your heart. Peace in your body. Peace in the quiet moments of this night. May your thoughts grow lighter. May your breathing remain slow and calm. May your body continue to sink deeper into rest. The Lord is my shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He restores my soul. Still waters, quiet waters, waters that move slowly and peacefully in the calm of the night. Let your mind drift beside those quiet waters now. Let every remaining worry fade into the distance. Let every anxious thought grow softer and softer. You are safe to rest. You are safe to sleep. You are safe to release the day that has now passed. The Lord will watch over your coming and going, both now and forevermore. through the quiet hours of the night, through every peaceful moment of sleep, through every gentle breath. The Lord watches over you. The Lord cares for you. The Lord gives peace to those who rest in Him. So allow your breathing to become even slower now. Allow your thoughts to drift like soft clouds across a quiet sky. Allow your body to grow heavy with peaceful sleep. And as the night continues to deepen, may the calm presence of God remain with you. May your mind be quiet. May your heart be calm. May your body be fully at rest. And may peaceful sleep carry you gently through the night. Rest now. Rest in stillness. Rest beneath the quiet care of God, and let the calm of this night continue to hold you in gentle and peaceful sleep. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know as this quiet night begins and the world around you slowly fades into silence. Allow these gentle words to settle softly over your mind. You have come to a moment set apart, a moment of rest, a moment of stillness, a moment where you no longer need to carry the weight of the day. You do not need to solve anything now. You do not need to understand everything now. You do not need to follow every thought that rises within you. Instead, you are invited into quiet, into calm, into a place where your mind can begin to soften. As the night deepens, allow your breathing to slow. Breathe in gently and breathe out. Again, breathe in and breathe out. Let each breath guide you away from the noise of the day and into a quieter place within, a place where thoughts do not need to rush, a place where questions do not need answers, a place where you are simply held. The Lord is near, near in the stillness, near in the silence, near in the quiet spaces between your thoughts. And in this moment, you are safe to rest, safe to release, safe to let go. For the one who watches over you does not sleep. The one who guides you does not grow weary. And even now, as your mind begins to slow and your body begins to soften, that presence remains steady, gentle, unchanging. So allow yourself to rest here. Allow your thoughts to become softer. Allow your body to become heavier. Allow the quiet of this night to surround you. Be still and rest. Be still and trust. Be still and know. And as you remain in this calm and quiet place, we will begin. In the quiet of this night, as the world begins to slow and the noise of the day gently fades, take a moment now to be still. You have come here carrying many thoughts, questions that have followed you, possibilities that have circled your mind. What if this happens? What if it goes wrong? What if I am not ready? And slowly, without even noticing, the mind begins to wander, not in peace, but in searching, not in stillness, but in restless movement, like a traveler walking without rest across a vast and endless desert, a desert made not of sand, but of thoughts, dry, repeating, without end. And the more the mind walks, the more it seeks answers, the more it tries to understand, the further it seems to go, further from rest, further from peace. But tonight, you are invited to stop, to pause, to step out of that endless wandering. For there is a place beyond the desert, a place not reached by thinking more, not reached by trying harder, not reached by controlling every outcome, a place reached only by stillness, by trust, by release. And in this quiet moment, you are being gently led there. You do not need to find the way on your own. You do not need to solve the path ahead, for the one who leads sees beyond every question, sees beyond every fear, sees beyond every what if that has ever troubled your mind. And even now, in the stillness of this night, that presence is near, guiding, watching, waiting patiently for you to rest. So let your body begin to soften Let your shoulders gently release. Let your breath slow and deepen. Breathe in slowly and breathe out. Again, breathe in and breathe out. Like the wind moving softly across the desert, let your breath become calm and steady. There is no need to rush, no need to arrive anywhere. This moment is enough. You are here now, and here you are safe. Safe to rest, safe to let go, safe to release the thoughts that have followed you. For you were never meant to carry them all. You were never meant to solve everything. You were never meant to walk the desert alone. The burden of knowing, the pressure of controlling, the weight of endless thinking was never yours to hold. And tonight, you can begin to lay it down. Gently, slowly, without force, like sand slipping through open hands. Allow those thoughts to fall away, one by one, softly, quietly, without resistance. The desert does not need to be escaped by effort. It fades when you stop walking. It quiets when you stop searching. It softens when you surrender. And as you begin to slow, as your breath becomes softer, as your mind grows quieter, you may begin to notice something new, a stillness beneath the movement, a quiet beneath the thoughts, a presence that has been there all along, waiting, steady, unchanging, a presence that does not ask you to understand everything, a presence that simply invites you to rest. Be still and know. Be still and trust. You do not need to see the end of the journey. You do not need to understand every step. You only need to rest in this moment. For even in the desert, there is guidance. Even in the silence, there is direction. Even in the unknown, there is peace. And as the gentle wind of this quiet night continues, as your breathing slows, as your body begins to grow heavier with rest, allow yourself to stop wandering. Allow yourself to stop searching. Allow yourself to be led gently into stillness. You are not lost. You are being guided. You are not alone. You are being held. And tonight, you are invited not to walk further, but to rest. As you remain in this quiet place where your breathing has begun to slow and your body has started to rest, allow your awareness to gently turn toward the movement of your thoughts. There is no need to follow them, only to notice, softly, calmly, without effort. You may begin to see how the mind moves, how it circles, how it returns again and again to the same questions. What if? What if something goes wrong? What if tomorrow is uncertain? What if something has been missed? What if something is not enough? These questions do not arrive once. They return. They repeat. They circle like footsteps in the sand, walking the same path over and over again. And without realizing, the mind begins to wander in these circles, searching for answers, searching for certainty, searching for a way to feel at peace. But the more it searches, the further it seems to go, like a traveler in the desert, walking under a wide and endless sky. Step after step, thought after thought, question after question, yet never arriving, never reaching rest. The desert of what if does not end by walking further. It does not end by thinking more. It does not end by finding every answer. For every answer creates another question, and every question leads to another step, another circle, another moment of searching. And slowly, the mind grows tired, heavy, restless. But even now, as you notice this movement, something begins to change. You are no longer lost inside the wandering. You are beginning to see it, the pattern, the loop, the quiet repetition of thought. And as you see it, gently, without judgment, without resistance, its hold begins to soften, because you are not required to continue walking. Not tonight, not in this moment. You do not need to follow every what if. You do not need to answer every question. You do not need to solve every uncertainty. The desert only continues when you keep moving through it. And tonight, You are being invited to stop, to pause, to stand still. And as you do, the wind begins to move softly across the sand, gentle, steady, unhurried, like a quiet breath over the surface of the desert. And with each breath you take, you may begin to feel that same gentle stillness. Breathe in slowly and breathe out. Again, breathe in and breathe out. The questions may still appear. The thoughts may still rise, but you do not need to walk with them. You do not need to follow them into the distance. You can remain here, still, calm, at rest. Let the thoughts pass like shifting sand. Let the questions fade like footprints in the wind. What once felt endless begins to soften. What once felt heavy begins to loosen, because you are no longer searching. You are no longer wandering. You are simply resting. And in this quiet rest, the loop begins to slow. The repetition begins to fade. The need to know begins to loosen. And in its place, there is space. Quiet space. Gentle space. Peaceful space. So remain here, in this stillness, in this pause, in this moment where you no longer need to follow every thought. Let the desert grow quiet around you. Let the wind move softly. Let your breath remain slow. You are not lost. You have simply stopped walking. And in that stillness, rest begins. Be still and listen closely, for the thoughts that pass through your mind are not who you are. They come and they go. They rise and they fall. Like the wind over the desert, they move, but they do not remain. And yet, so often, they have felt like your voice. So often, they have felt like your truth. But hear this gently in the quiet of this night. You are not your thoughts. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind, not by following every thought, but by allowing the mind to become still. Cast all your anxieties on Him, because He cares for you. not some of them, not only the small ones, but all, even the thoughts that return again and again, even the questions that never seem to settle, even the fears that whisper in the night. You were never meant to carry them alone, and you were never meant to become them, for your mind may wander, but your spirit remains steady, held, unmoving beneath the surface, like deep waters beneath shifting sand. There is a stillness within you that does not change, a place untouched by fear, untouched by doubt, untouched by the endless questions of what if. And that place is where you are being invited to rest. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. You are not without guidance. You are not without care. Even when the mind feels uncertain, you are being led. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul, not by effort, not by striving, but by stillness, by quiet, by surrender. So let the thoughts pass. Do not hold them. Do not follow them. Do not become them. They are like clouds in the sky. You are the sky itself, unmoving, open, endless. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. This peace is not something you must create. It is not something you must earn. It is given freely, gently, even now. And as you rest here, breathing slowly, letting go softly, you may begin to feel that peace. Not loud, not overwhelming, but quiet, steady, present. A peace that does not depend on answers. A peace that does not require certainty. A peace that remains even when thoughts come and go. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and surrender, let your requests be made known, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your heart, will guard your mind, like a gentle watch in the night. So you do not need to guard every thought. You do not need to control every outcome. You are being guarded, held, watched over, even now. So let your mind soften. Let your body grow heavier. Let your breath remain low and calm. You are not the wandering. You are not the questioning. You are not the restless movement. You are the one who is held, even in the stillness. The one who is guided, even in the unknown. The one who is safe, even in the quiet. Be still and know. Not know everything, not understand everything, but simply know that you are not alone. And as you remain here, in this calm and quiet place, as your thoughts drift further away, as your body sinks deeper into rest, allow yourself to release the need to follow. Release the need to hold. Release the need to understand, and rest instead in what does not change. Rest in what remains. Rest in peace. And now, in this quiet place where your mind has begun to soften and your thoughts no longer carry the same weight, you are invited into something deeper. Not thinking, not searching, but surrender. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently. There is a stillness that is not empty, a stillness that is full of presence. And in that stillness, you are no longer asked to carry what has been heavy. You are not asked to solve what has been uncertain. You are not asked to control what has been beyond you. You are only invited to release, to let go, gently, without force, without struggle, as if you are opening your hands and allowing everything you have been holding to fall softly into the care of something greater. Cast your burden on the Lord, and He will sustain you. Not later, not when everything is solved, but now, in this moment. So whatever thought remains, whatever question still lingers, whatever quiet tension still rests within you, you may begin to place it down, gently, slowly, one by one. You do not need to carry it any further. You do not need to hold it through the night. You do not need to take it into your sleep. Let it rest outside of you. Let it be held for you. Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Not more effort, not more answers, but rest, deep rest, sacred rest. So allow your body to sink deeper. Feel the weight of your muscles releasing, your shoulders softening, your jaw unclenching, your breath slowing even more. There is nothing you need to hold anymore, nothing you need to manage, nothing you need to prepare. The future is not asking for your control in this moment. It is simply waiting, and it will meet you when the time comes. But now, this moment belongs to rest. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. You do not need to understand everything tonight. You do not need clarity for every path. You do not need answers for every question. Understanding can rest. Control can rest. Even the need to feel certain can rest. And as you let these go, you may feel something unexpected. Lightness, space, relief. As if something within you is no longer being held so tightly. As if something within you is finally allowed to breathe. Let that feeling grow. Do not rush it. Do not question it. Simply allow it. Like the desert after the wind has passed. Becoming smooth, untouched, quiet. Your mind begins to settle. Your thoughts begin to fade. Your inner world becomes calm. And in that calm, there is trust, not forced, not demanded, but gently present, a quiet knowing that you are being carried, that you are being guided, that you are not alone in any part of your journey, even the parts you cannot yet see, even the paths you do not yet understand, even the what if that once felt so strong no longer needs to be answered because it has been released, given over, placed into hands greater than your own. So rest now. Rest without holding. Rest without preparing. Rest without thinking. Let your body grow heavier. Let your breathing remain slow. Let your mind become quiet. Be still and know. Know that you are held. Know that you are guided. Know that you are safe. And in that knowing, let everything else go. Further, deeper, softer until there is nothing left to carry, nothing left to solve, nothing left to hold, only rest, only quiet, only peace. And in that peace, you remain. And as you remain here, with nothing left to hold, nothing left to carry, receive this quiet blessing over your rest. May your mind be at peace. May your thoughts grow still. May every restless question gently fade into silence. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May you feel that grace now, soft, gentle, surrounding you like the quiet of this night. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace, not a distant peace, not a fragile peace, but a deep and steady peace that settles within you, that remains with you, that holds you even as you sleep. May your body rest fully. May your breathing remain slow and calm. May every part of you release into stillness. You are safe in this moment. You are held in this quiet. You are watched over through the night. He will not let your foot slip. He who watches over you will not slumber. Even as you drift into sleep, you are not alone. Even as your thoughts fade, you are still cared for. Even as you let go, you are still held. So let your eyes grow heavy. Let your body sink deeper. Let your mind become quiet. There is nothing more you need to do. Nothing more you need to think. Nothing more you need to hold. Only rest. Only peace. Only sleep. May your rest be gentle. May your sleep be deep. May your night be calm and undisturbed. And as you drift further and further into quiet, into stillness, into peace, know this: you are safe. You are guided. You are at rest. And through this night, you are held. The night is quiet now. Everything has softened. Your body is at rest. Your mind is still. There is nothing left to carry. Nothing left to follow. Nothing left to understand. rest, only quiet, only sleep. Breathe slowly in and out, in and out. Let each breath take you deeper, further into stillness, further into calm, further into rest. Be still. Be still. Be still. Let go. Let go. Let go. There is nothing you need to hold now. Nothing you need to return to. Nothing waiting for you here. Only peace. Only silence. Only gentle rest. Your thoughts are quiet. Your body is heavy. Your breathing is slow. And sleep is near. Very near. So close. You do not need to reach for it. It comes to you gently, softly, like the quiet wind across the desert, like the fading of distant sound. Let yourself drift. Drift. Slowly. Drift. Gently. Drift. Deeper. There is no effort here. No movement. No need to stay awake. Only rest. Only sleep. Be still and sleep. Be still and sleep. Be still and sleep. Let the night hold you. Let the quiet keep you. Let the stillness surround you. Safe, calm, at peace, drifting, 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 deeper, deeper, into rest, into quiet, into sleep. And as everything fades, you remain here, resting, sleeping in peace. Close your eyes, but do not seek the refuge of sleep just yet. First, you must stand with me in the place you have been avoiding. Welcome to the archive. Imagine a room that stretches into infinity. The walls are lined with millions of tiny wooden drawers. Each one is labeled with a date, a month, a year. This is the archive of your regret, the museum of everything you think you've lost forever. Do you hear that sound? Tick, tick, tick. In the world of men, that sound is a guillotine. It tells you that every second is a withdrawal from a bank account that never sees a deposit. It tells you that you are running out of time to be someone. Be honest in the comments. Do you feel the ghost of your younger self watching you right now? Is that version of you disappointed? Or is it grieving? You lie there in the dark, and the swarm begins. The locusts. Not the insects of the field, but the insects of the mind. The years spent in a job that killed your spirit. The years spent loving someone who didn't know how to hold your soul. The years lost to the grey fog of depression, or the frantic, circular running of anxiety. You feel the sunk cost of your life pressing against your chest like a lead weight. You think, it is too late to start. The field is eaten bare. The soil is salted with my own tears. Listen to the sound of the parchment being turned. Crinkle, slide. These are the ledgers of your life, written in the ink of I should have, I could have, if only. But look at your hands in this vision. They are trembling. Why? Because you believe the lie of Chronos. You believe that time is a straight line that only leads to a cliff. Tonight, we are here to break the clock. Feel the air in this archive changing. The cold, dry dust of the past is being caught in a sudden, warm updraft. The ticking of the clock is beginning to slow down. Tick, tick, tick. The Logos is entering the room, and he does not look at your lost years as waste. He looks at them as fallow ground, ground that was resting, even when you thought it was dying. The weight on your chest, let it soften. The archive is not your prison. It is the laboratory of your redemption. Every year the locust ate was not a loss. It was a seed being buried in total darkness, waiting for the voice that says, "Rise, take a deep breath. Smell the scent of old paper and coming rain. The countdown has stopped. The restoration is about to begin. You are not late. You are exactly where the architect needs you to be, in the silence, at the end of yourself. Listen. Listen to the sound of the logic of heaven. Your mind is a prisoner of Chronos. You see time as a thief that walks in one direction, leaving you empty-handed. You count the years like dead leaves. But the Logos, the divine reason, operates on a different frequency. In the scroll of Joel, the word says, "I will restore to you the years that the swarming locust has eaten." Take a moment to truly hold that sentence. Do you believe that God is limited by the calendar? Do you believe that He who created the sun is bound by the shadows it casts? The mystery of restoration is not about replacement. It is about redemption. When the locusts came, those years of addiction, those years of grief, those years where you sat in the dark and felt your life slipping away. You thought it was a massacre. You thought your time was being deleted. But in the Logos, those years were not deleted. They were compressed. Think of the soil. When the locusts eat the harvest they leave behind their waste, it looks disgusting. It looks like death. But that waste is the most potent fertilizer known to the earth. The very thing that ate your time is the very thing that has enriched the soil of your soul for a harvest so heavy, so abundant, that you wouldn't have been able to carry it 10 years ago. You are not behind in life. You are in preparation. The architect of time is not a clockmaker. He is a vine dresser. He knows that a vine must be pruned back to its very heart before it can produce the wine of the king. Those years you call lost were actually the years you were being stripped of the false self, the world's ego, the noise of other people's expectations. The locusts ate the chaff. They ate the illusions. What is left? What is left is the real you, the indestructible seed. Now, consider the speed of grace. In the physical world, it takes a year to grow a year's worth of fruit. But in the realm of the Logos, God can command the earth to bring forth a decade's worth of growth in a single season. He can take the wisdom you gained in your dark years and accelerate your destiny so fast that you will look back and realize you didn't lose time. You gained depth. The years are not gone. They are being refolded into your present moment. Every tear you shed in 2014, every silent scream in 2021, it is being turned into a nutrient. Feel the pressure in your forehead beginning to release. The panic of the clock is a lie from the enemy of your soul. There is no such thing as too late in the presence of the eternal I Am. If he can bring life from a tomb after 3 days, he can bring your 30 years of wandering into a promised land in a single heartbeat. You are being recalibrated. The logic of loss is being replaced by the logic of overflow. Stop trying to catch up to the world. The world is running toward a cliff. You are resting in the hands of the one who holds the cliff. Rest in the Logos. The harvest is already written. The locusts are gone. Only the gold remains. Stop. Right now, I want you to imagine the hourglass of your life. That glass vessel you've been watching with such terror. You've been staring at the bottom chamber, haven't you? Counting the sand that has already fallen, counting the lost years, watching the grains slip through the neck, feeling helpless to stop the flow. Be honest in the comments. Do you feel like you are gasping for air in a race you never signed up for? Do you feel the phantom weight of the years you should have been further along? But now, listen to me. I am reaching out into the darkness of your room, and I am laying my hand upon that hourglass. I am tilting it, not to turn it over, but to shatter it. Sound of glass cracking softly. The glass is gone. Look at the sand. In the world of men, the sand falls because of gravity. But in the presence of the Logos, there is no gravity, but love. See the grains of your life, the years 2010, 2015, 2022. They aren't falling anymore. They are suspended in the air around you, floating like gold dust in a beam of moonlight. This is the divine disruption. I am breaking your addiction to next. You have spent your whole life living for next. The next paycheck. The next relationship. The next version of yourself that is finally good enough. But as long as you live for next, you are murdering now. Feel the air in your lungs. It is the only air that exists. There is no behind. There is no ahead. Those are fictions created by a world that wants to sell you things to fill the void. I want you to visualize the sun standing still over the valley of Aijalon, just as it did for Joshua. The cosmos has paused for you. The stars have stopped their rotation. The great architect has put his finger on the gears of the universe, just so he can look at you. You are not a project to be finished. You are a child to be held. Can you feel the tension leaving your jaw? Can you feel the muscles in your forehead smoothing out? That tension was the ghost of time trying to haunt you. But a ghost has no power in a room filled with light. Listen to the silence where the ticking used to be. The locusts cannot eat what does not move. By stopping your internal clock, we are making you invisible to regret. Regret needs the past to survive. Anxiety needs the future to breathe. But here, in this shattered hourglass, there is only the eternal present. You are safe. You are immobile. You are hidden in the cleft of the rock where time cannot reach. Think of the years you mourned. See them floating there. Reach out a mental hand and touch one. It's not a dead grain of sand. It's a spark of light. Every mistake you made is being rewritten into a lesson. Every delay is being rewritten into a protection. The disruption is complete. The loop of "I'm too late" has been severed. The hourglass is gone. The sand is gold. And you are finally still. Breathe into the stillness. Let the bed beneath you turn into a cloud. You are not sinking into the past. You are rising into the now of God. How does it feel to have nowhere to go? How does it feel to be enough right here, in the wreckage of your time? Stay here. Don't move. Don't think about tomorrow. Tomorrow is a shadow that hasn't been born. Yesterday is a dream that has already died. There is only the breath, and the breath is holy. Now, leave the broken glass behind. Step out from the archive of the past. Feel the transition. The cold marble floor of the library is turning into soft, dark, damp soil beneath your feet. The air no longer smells of old paper. It smells of ozone, of wet earth, of life waiting to explode. Look around you. This is the field the locusts once stripped bare. You remember it as a graveyard of stalks and dust. But look again. Under the silver light of a celestial moon, the ground is breathing. The breath of life is moving through the dirt. Can you feel your own heart beginning to beat with the earth? Can you feel the dead zone of your life beginning to tingle with warmth? Watch. From the very spots where you knelt in despair 5 years ago, a green shoot is breaking the surface. Crack. It's not a thin, fragile sprout. It is thick. It is vibrant. It is charged with the energy of 1,000 deferred dreams. Walk with me through your restored vineyard. Reach out and touch the bark of the trees. It's rough, real, ancient. These trees didn't take 20 years to grow. They grew in the space between seconds while you were learning to surrender. See that vine over there? Heavy with purple grapes so dark they look like midnight? That is the year 2018. The year you thought was a total loss. Look at the fruit it has produced. It is the sweetest wine in the garden because it was pressed from the depth of your endurance. The locusts thought they were stealing your harvest, but they were actually pruning you for a supernatural yield. Listen to the sound of the wind through the wheat. Shh. It sounds like 1,000 whispers saying, "It was worth it. Nothing was lost. You are more beautiful now than you ever could have been without the desert." I want you to see the you that is standing in this field. You are not weary. You are not behind. You are dressed in linen that has never known the dust of the world. Your skin is glowing with the oil of joy. You see, in the kingdom of the Logos, the end of a thing is better than its beginning. The restoration is not just putting things back the way they were. It is making them as if they had never been broken, and then adding a glory that only the broken can reflect. Feel the warmth of the soil rising through your legs, up into your hips, settling in your spine. You are being rooted. You are no longer a tumbleweed blown by the winds of regret. You are a tree of righteousness, planted by the rivers of water. Your lost years are now your greatest assets. They are the stories that will heal others. They are the strength that will hold your children. They are the quiet confidence that says, I have seen the locusts, and I have seen them flee. The rain is slowing now. The moon is setting. The field is full. The granaries are overflowing. There is a bent at the edge of this field, prepared just for you. Sit down. Look out over the vast, shimmering gold of your life. The master of the harvest is walking toward you. He isn't carrying a whip. He isn't carrying a clock. He is carrying a cup. He smiles. He doesn't say a word. He just points to the horizon. The sun is about to rise, but for the first time, you don't have to run toward it. You can just stay here. Everything is done. The restoration is complete. The field is yours. Breathe. Rest in the fruit of your sorrow. It has turned into the bread of your tomorrow. The field is quiet now. The architect has finished the day's work, and so have you. You are no longer holding onto the clock. You have let go of the grains of sand. Your hands are open, empty, ready. I am going to place a seal upon your forehead, a seal of peace, a seal that says, it is finished. The years that were eaten are no longer your burden. They have been digested by grace. They have been turned into the soil of your future. As you sink deeper into the mattress, feel the bed becoming the very hand of God, holding you, suspending you in a space where time cannot touch you. Can you feel the release? Can you feel the too late leaving your bones? Now, let these words become your own. Don't think them, just breathe them. I am restored. He has found my lost years. I am not behind. I am exactly where I am loved. My past is a redeemed story. My future is a prepared harvest. The locusts have no power here. The King of Time is my shepherd. Sleep now in the secret place. Sleep now while the vineyard grows in the dark. You don't have to work for it. You don't have to earn it. It grows while you rest. In peace, I will lie down and sleep. For you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. The archive is locked. The vineyard is blooming. The clock is broken. Amen. 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 Rest in the logos of the harvest. Rest in the one who folds time like a garment. Good night, beloved prophet. You are home. Amen. 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 Lay down the tools of your mind. You have been working so hard today, haven't you? Not with your hands, but with your soul. You have been standing in the cold grey construction site of your future. For 16 hours, you have been an architect. You have been laying bricks of what if. You have been pouring the heavy concrete of I must. You have been reinforcing the iron bars of what will they think of me? Look around you in the dark. These walls you've spent all day building, they were meant to protect you, weren't they? You built them to keep the pain out, to keep the chaos away. You thought that if you could just design a perfect enough life, a strong enough fortress, that you would finally be safe. But be honest in the comments. Look at the walls of your room right now. Do they feel like a sanctuary? Or has the fortress you built to keep the world out actually become the prison that is keeping you in? Do you feel the ceiling of your thoughts getting lower? Do you feel the air in your spirit getting thin? Does your chest feel tight? As if the very scaffolding of your life is pressing against your lungs. Anxiety is not just a feeling, it is an architecture. It is the desperate, exhausting attempt of a finite mind to design an infinite future. You are trying to draw the map of a territory you have never seen. You are trying to play the architect, but you were born to be the guest. Listen to the rain outside this old library. Each drop is a reminder that the world moves without your permission. The grass grows without your consent. The planets spin without your command. And yet, here you are, lying in the dark, trying to hold up the ceiling with your bare hands. Feel the heavy blueprint of tomorrow in your grip. The plans, the lists, the imaginary disasters. Notice how they make your shoulders ache. Notice how they tighten the muscles behind your eyes. Your body is reacting to a building that hasn't even been built yet. Tonight, we are not going to finish the construction. Tonight, we are entering the great unbuilding. With every breath you take now, I want you to visualize a brick falling. Thud. One less worry about the morning. One less, how will I manage? One less, why did I say that? Let the rain wash the ink off your blueprints. Watch the lines of your perfect plan blur and fade into the darkness. You don't need to know the layout of the house. You only need to know the one who owns the land. You are standing in the center of your anxiety, in the middle of your half-finished prison, and for the first time, you are going to put down the trowel. You are going to stop building. The true architect is in the room, and he has a different design for your night. Take a deep breath of the cold, damp air. Smell the ancient peace that exists only in the ruins of our own efforts. The walls are beginning to dissolve. The ceiling is opening up to the stars. Are you ready to walk through the ruins of your fear into the vast, open freedom of the unknown? Don't move. Just sink. The floor is stronger than the walls, and the floor is grace. Listen. Listen to the logic of the rain. It does not ask for permission to fall. It does not check a schedule to see if the ground is ready. It simply is. Now, look back at the blueprint you've been clutching in the dark. Why are you still holding the pen? You believe that if you think about a problem long enough, if you simulate every possible disaster, that you can somehow prevent it. You believe that your worry is a form of work. Be honest in the comments. Has your worrying ever actually stopped a storm? Has your anxiety ever added a single hour to your life? Or has it only stolen the life out of your hours? Tonight, we must discuss the logos of the fortress. The Greek word logos means the divine reason, the underlying logic of the universe. And the logos tells us something that your anxiety hates to hear. Control is an illusion. You are a finite creature trying to solve an infinite equation. You are trying to calculate the wind. You are trying to measure the ocean with a thimble. Psychologically, your brain is trapped in a prediction loop. It builds these mental prisons because it prefers a certain nightmare over an uncertain reality. You would rather be miserable in a cage you built yourself than be free in a world you cannot control. But hear the word of the architect. He says, "Which of you by being anxious can add a single cubit to his span of life?" The logos of surrender is not giving up. It is waking up. Surrender is the realization that the blueprints were never in your hands to begin with. Think of the lilies of the field. They do not toil. They do not spin. They do not stay awake at 3 a.m. wondering if the sun will rise. They simply exist within the logos of the Father's care. Feel the friction in your mind right now. That resistance, that's the inner contractor fighting to keep the walls up. He's telling you that if you let go, everything will fall apart. But I am here to tell you, everything has already fallen apart, and you are still here. The walls of your anxiety didn't save you. Grace did. I want you to imagine the heavy iron key of responsibility hanging around your neck. It's cold. It's heavy. It has been bruising your chest for years. Take it off. Place that key on the mahogany table of this library. Hear the clink as it hits the wood. You are no longer the keeper of the gate. You are no longer the guard of the tower. The Logos is this: if God is the architect, then you are the temple. And a temple does not need to build itself. It only needs to be open. It only needs to be still. Release the need to know. Release the need to fix. Release the need to protect. Your brain is beginning to recognize a new logic. A logic where letting go is the only way to be held. The rain is washing the dust off the windows. The air is getting colder and cleaner. The prison is not disappearing because you fought it. It is disappearing because you stopped believing in it. How does it feel to finally admit that you are not in charge? Is it terror? Or is it the most profound relief you have ever known? Breathe into that relief. Let it soften the back of your neck. Let it loosen the grip of your jaw. The logic of the world is hustle and fear. The Logos of the Spirit is rest and trust. You are choosing your master tonight, and the master says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Stay in the silence. The unbuilding has moved into the foundation. The very ground of your anxiety is being replaced by the solid rock. You are safe, not because you are in control, but because the one in control is in love with you. Look at the rain. Don't just see light. See a solvent. This golden rain falling through the darkness of your mind. It is not just water. It is the great dissolver. It is falling on the walls you built today. It is seeping into the cracks of the prison you call your plan. I want you to walk with me to the center of your most guarded room. The room where you keep the what-ifs. Look at the bricks. There is the brick of, what if I fail? There is the brick of, what if they leave? There is the brick of, what if I am never enough? You've spent years mortaring these bricks together with your own adrenaline. You thought that if the wall was thick enough, the fear couldn't get in. But the wall is the fear. Be honest in the comments. Which wall is the hardest for you to let go of? Which what if has become your closest companion? Now, watch the glitter rain. Shh, shh. Watch as the golden drops touch the granite of your anxiety. The stone is not breaking, it is softening. It is turning into smoke. It is dissolving back into the void. Pattern, interruption, stop. Right now, breathe. The wall you are leaning against, it's a ghost. You are trying to protect a self that God has already promised to carry. Why are you defending what He has already bought? Listen to the sound of the scaffolding falling away. Clink, clank. The architecture of anxiety is a heavy, dark shadow, but the glitter rain is the light of truth. And the truth is this: you cannot be destroyed in the unknown if the unknown is where He dwells. If the future is a dark room, why are you afraid? The architect is already inside it. He is not waiting for you to arrive. He is waiting for you to trust. Feel the rain falling on your forehead. Feel it washing away the blueprints of control. The walls are down. Look up. There is no ceiling anymore. Just the infinite, black, glitter-filled sky of His presence. You are standing in the ruins of your prison, and it is the most beautiful place you have ever been. Why? Because now there is nothing between you and the stars. The what-ifs are being washed into the soil. They are becoming fertilizer for a peace that passes all understanding. The rain is heavy. The rain is holy. Every time a thought tries to build a new wall, let the glitter rain melt it away. You don't need walls. You have wings. You don't need a fortress. You have a shepherd. The demolition is done. The space is open. The air is cold and sweet. Can you feel the expansion in your chest? That is the sound of a soul that has finally stopped trying to build its own salvation. Rest in the wreckage. The ruins are sacred. The architect is pleased. For the first time tonight, you are truly unprotected. And for the first time, you are truly safe. The dust has settled. The walls are gone. Open your mental eyes. Look at the space where your prison used to be. It is no longer a room. It is a sanctuary without borders. The floor beneath you is no longer cold stone. It is a path of dark velvet, lit by the very glitter rain that dissolved your fears. You are standing in the library of the unseen. There are no shelves of wood here, just pillars of light. And on these pillars, there are no books of what if. There are only the books of the finished. Be honest in the comments. How does it feel to breathe in a room that has no corners? How does it feel to look at the horizon of your life and see nothing but stars? You spent so long trying to calculate the distance to the wall, but now there is no wall. Walk with me. Feel your feet sinking into the peace of this place. every step you take, the glitter rain washes away a layer of management. You are shedding your roles. You are shedding your titles. You are shedding the need to be okay. Look at the pillar to your right. It holds the story of your tomorrow. You used to try to climb this pillar. You used to try to read the pages before they were written. But look closely now. The ink is gold, and the pages are blank for a reason. The architect doesn't want you to read the script. He wants you to be the character. Anxiety is the fear of a bad ending. But in this sanctuary, the ending is already settled. The victory is a historical fact in the heavens. Why are you sweating over a battle that has already been won? Listen to the silence of the unwritten. It isn't a scary silence anymore, is it? It's the silence of a mother watching her child sleep. It's the silence of a forest before the dawn. You used to think that I don't know was a death sentence. Tonight, I don't know is your liberation. I don't know how I will pay the bills. Let it float away. I don't know if they will stay. Let it dissolve. I don't know what will happen next year. Let the glitter rain take it. You are safe in the not knowing, because the one who knows is the one who holds your hand. Can you feel the weight leaving your chest? Can you feel your heart expanding to fill this infinite room? This is the peace that passes all understanding. It doesn't make sense because it doesn't have to make sense. It just is. The architecture of anxiety has been replaced by the geography of grace. Stop trying to map the territory. Just enjoy the walk. The rain is turning into a mist, a warm, glowing mist that smells of eternity. You are no longer the builder. You are the guest, and the guest is allowed to rest. The library is quiet. The blueprints are gone. The dust has settled into the gold of the floor. You are standing in the center of a vast open space. There are no walls to catch the wind. There are no ceilings to hide the stars. You used to think this openness was danger. Tonight, you realize it is freedom. I am stepping toward you in this silence. I am reaching out, and I am placing a seal upon your mind. It is the seal of the open fortress. I am locking the doors of your analysis. I am silencing the gears of your planning. I am putting the inner architect to bed. Do you feel the weight of the tomorrow finally leaving your shoulders? Can you feel your breath reaching all the way down to your feet? Now, as the glitter rain turns into a soft, warm mist, let these affirmations sink into the marrow of your bones. Don't think them. Just receive them. I do not have to build my own safety. I am protected by the one who needs no walls. My future is a finished work. The architect is awake, so I can sleep. I release the how. I release the when. I release the why. Your bed is no longer just a piece of furniture. In this vision, it is a high, safe plateau. You are sleeping in the secret place of the Most High, under the shadow of the Almighty. The fortress is open, but nothing can enter that is not love. The night is your friend. The darkness is just the velvet lining of his robe. Fading in peace, I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. The prison is gone. The blueprints are washed away. The architect has taken the watch. Amen. 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 Rest in the ruins of your fear. vastness of His grace. Good night. The building is finished. You are home. Amen, amen, amen. In the quiet of this night, as the world around you begins to slow and soften, take a gentle moment for yourself. Wherever you are invited into a place of stillness, a place set apart from the noise of the day, from the weight of your thoughts, from the things you felt you had to carry. You are here now, and in this moment, you are safe. Let that truth settle gently over your mind. You are safe to rest. You are safe to release. You are safe to be still. As the night deepens, imagine yourself entering a quiet and sacred place, a place untouched by hurry, untouched by pressure, untouched by fear, a place of calm presence, a place of peace, a place where your thoughts no longer need to strive. Like a quiet library in the stillness of night, where every sound is softened and every movement is gentle, you are invited to step inside. And as you enter this place, you may begin to hear the soft rhythm of rain, slow, steady, unhurried, falling gently, again and again, without effort. Let your breathing begin to follow that same gentle rhythm. Slowly breathe in and gently breathe out. Again, breathe in and breathe out. There is no need to force your breath, no need to control it. Simply allow it to become slower, softer, more peaceful with each passing moment. As the rain continues its quiet rhythm, allow your body to begin releasing the tension it may have been holding. Let your shoulders soften. Let your jaw gently unclench. Let your hands rest. Let your whole body begin to sink into stillness. Be still and know. Be still and rest. You do not need to carry the thoughts that followed you into this night. You do not need to solve tomorrow. You do not need to hold on to every worry. For this moment has been given to you as a place of rest, a place of quiet refuge, a place where your mind can grow still and your heart can grow calm. As the rain continues to fall, imagine each drop gently washing away the noise of the day, every anxious thought, slowly softening, every heavy feeling, slowly loosening, every restless question, slowly fading into the background. You do not need to push them away. You do not need to fight them. Simply allow them to drift, like distant echoes, growing quieter and quieter, and in their place, allow a gentle stillness to rise, a quiet presence, a calm awareness. Be still and know that you are held in this moment. Be still and know that you are not alone, even here in the quiet of the night, in the stillness between thoughts, there is a presence that is steady, patient, and peaceful. A presence that does not rush you, a presence that does not demand anything from you, a presence that simply remains. And as you rest here, allow yourself to lean into that quiet presence. Allow your breathing to grow slower. Allow your thoughts to grow softer. Allow your body to grow heavier with rest. The rain continues, steady and gentle. Your breath follows, slow and calm. Your mind begins to settle like still water at night. And you may notice now that the distance between your thoughts is growing wider. More space, more quiet, more peace. This is where rest begins. This is where the mind lets go. This is where the soul becomes still. So remain here for a while, in this quiet place, in this gentle rhythm, in this peaceful presence. You are safe here. You are held here. You are at rest. Be still and rest. As you continue to rest in this quiet place, with the gentle rhythm of your breathing and the soft sound of rain in the distance, allow your awareness to become a little more attentive, and yet still peaceful. There is no need to strain your mind, only a gentle noticing. Sometimes the mind begins to build things without us even realizing it. Thoughts form quietly, one after another, small at first, almost unnoticeable, and then, over time, they begin to gather. They begin to repeat. They begin to create a kind of structure within the mind, a place made not of stone, but of thoughts, a place shaped not by reality, but by fear of what might come, and without meaning to, we begin to move inside that place. We walk its narrow paths. We listen to its echoing questions. We feel its walls closing in. This is the nature of anxious thought. It does not arrive loudly. It builds slowly, carefully, quietly, until the mind begins to believe that it must solve everything, control everything, understand everything. And in that effort, it grows tired, restless, heavy. But here, in this moment, you are simply noticing. There is no need to fight these thoughts, no need to push them away, no need to judge them, only to see them for what they are, passing forms, temporary structures, things that were built and can soften again. You may notice certain thoughts returning, questions about tomorrow, unfinished moments from today, uncertain possibilities. And as each thought appears, you do not need to follow it. You do not need to enter it. You do not need to solve it. Simply notice and allow it to remain at a distance, like a sound far away in the night, like a faint echo that slowly fades. The mind may try to pull you inward, into its patterns, into its loops, into its need to understand. But you do not need to go there. Not tonight. Tonight, you are resting. Tonight, you are observing. Tonight, you are stepping gently back. As you continue to listen, you may begin to sense something important, that these thoughts, however strong they may seem, are not walls that hold you. They are movements. They are passing shapes. They are not permanent, and they do not define you. Let that realization settle softly. You are not inside the walls of these thoughts. You are the one who sees them, the one who notices, the one who remains, even as they come and go. So allow the thoughts to rise and fall without resistance, without effort, like the rain that continues outside, steady and untroubled, never holding on to a single drop. Let your mind become like that gentle rain, flowing, releasing, not holding. And as you continue resting here, you may notice that the intensity of those thoughts begins to soften. Their edges become less sharp. Their pull becomes less strong. They begin to lose their weight because you are no longer building with them. You are simply watching, simply resting, simply allowing. And in this quiet awareness, the mind begins to loosen its grip, The need to control begins to fade. The pressure to understand begins to dissolve, and what remains is space. Quiet space. Gentle space. Peaceful space. So stay here for a while, in this soft awareness, in this quiet distance from thought. Let the mind slow. Let the rain continue. Let yourself rest, without needing to enter every thought that passes by. You are safe to step back. You are safe to let go. You are safe to rest. As you remain in this quiet place, with your body at rest and your breathing slow and gentle, allow your awareness to soften even more. There is nothing you need to hold on to now, nothing you need to follow, only a gentle presence, a quiet noticing, a peaceful awareness. You have already begun to see that thoughts can rise and fall, that they move through the mind like passing shapes. And now, you may begin to notice something even deeper. You are not those thoughts. You are not the questions that appear. You are not the worries that try to return. You are not the voice that asks, "What if? What next? What should I do?" You are the one who sees, the one who notices, the one who remains, even as thoughts come and go. And that presence within you is quiet. It is steady. It does not rush. It does not fear. It simply is. So as a thought appears, you do not need to become it. You do not need to step inside it. You can remain where you are, in this calm place of awareness, watching gently, without effort, without judgment. A thought may say, "Something is wrong," and you can notice it. A thought may say, "You need to figure this out," and you can notice it. A thought may try to pull you into its story, and you can simply remain here, observing, without entering, because you are not the story. You are not the walls that were built. You are the space in which they appeared, like a quiet room that does not change, no matter what passes through it, like the still sky, untouched by the clouds that drift across it. You remain steady, open, unchanged. And as you begin to rest more deeply in that awareness, something begins to soften. The need to react, the need to follow, the need to understand every thought. It begins to loosen, and in its place, there is space. More space between thoughts, more quiet between moments, more stillness within. Allow yourself to rest in that space. You do not need to create it. It is already there. You do not need to hold on to it. It holds you. So remain here, gently, breathing slowly, resting deeply. Let each thought come and go. Let each feeling rise and fade, and notice that you remain untouched, unmoved, at peace beneath it all. And as this realization settles softly into your mind, your body may begin to relax even more. Your breathing may slow even further. Your thoughts may become distant, quiet, barely noticeable. That is perfectly natural. You are not losing control. You are releasing it. You are not drifting away. You are settling deeper into rest. So stay here, in this calm awareness, in this quiet presence, in this gentle knowing that you are not the walls, you are not the thoughts, you are the stillness beneath them. And in that stillness, there is peace, deep, steady, quiet peace. Rest there and let everything else fade. As you continue resting in this quiet awareness, allow everything to become even softer now. There is nothing to hold, nothing to follow, nothing to solve. Only this moment, only this breath, only this bit at present. The gentle sound of rain continues, steady, calm, unchanging, falling without effort, falling resistance. And just as the rain falls, you too can begin to let go. Let go. Slowly. Let go. Gently. Let go. There is nothing you need to control now. No thoughts to manage. No outcomes to hold together. No need to understand everything. Just let go. Let the thoughts drift. Let the questions fade. Let the tension dissolve. Like rain washing over the earth. Allow everything to be softened, washed, released. You do not need to push anything away. You do not need to force yourself to be calm. You are simply allowing the mind to rest, allowing the body to soften, allowing the night to carry you. Let go. Let go. Let go. If a thought appears, let it pass. If a feeling rises, let it soften. If your mind tries to return to something, gently release it again. There is nothing to return to, only this quiet moment, only this gentle rhythm, only this peaceful night. Let the rain carry it away. Every worry, every unfinished thought, every question, every fear. Let it all be carried away. You do not need it now. You are resting now. You are safe now. Let your breathing grow slower. Let your body grow heavier. Let your mind grow quieter. With every breath out, release. With every breath out, soften. With every breath out, let go. Nothing is required of you here. Nothing is expected of you here. You are simply resting, floating, drifting, held in the quiet rhythm of this moment. Let go. Let go. Let go. The mind no longer needs to build, no longer needs to hold, no longer needs to control. Everything can soften now. Everything can slow. Everything can rest. And as you continue to let go, you may feel yourself drifting deeper, further from thought, further from effort, closer to stillness, closer to sleep. Let the rain continue. Let the breath continue. Let the body rest. And allow yourself to be carried gently, effortlessly into deeper and deeper peace. Let go now. And rest. As the night continues to deepen and your body rests more fully in stillness, allow these final gentle words to settle softly over you. You have released much. You have softened. You have allowed the weight of the day to fall away. And now, you remain here, in quiet, in calm, in peace. There is nothing left to hold, nothing left to follow, nothing left to understand. Only rest, only stillness, only peace. You are held in this moment, held in a quiet presence that does not fade, a presence that watches gently, that remains steadily, that surrounds you in calm. You are safe here, safe beyond thought, safe beyond worry, safe beyond the need to control or understand. Let that safety rest over your mind now, like a soft covering in the quiet night, like a gentle stillness that asks nothing of you, only rest, only be, only sleep. The night itself becomes a place of shelter, a place where your thoughts grow quiet, a place where your body is restored, a place where your mind no longer needs to move. Be still and rest. Be still and sleep. Let your breathing remain slow. Let your body remain heavy. Let your mind drift further and further into quiet. There is no need to return to thought. No need to awaken to worry. No need to hold on to anything. You are carried now. Carried gently through the night, carried without effort, carried in peace. And as sleep draws closer, you may no longer follow every word. You may no longer notice each sentence. And that is good. That is natural. That is rest. So allow yourself to drift. Allow yourself to sink deeper. Allow yourself to let go completely. You are safe. You are held. You are at peace. And as the quiet of this night continues, may rest remain with you. May peace remain with you. May stillness remain with you. Now, and through every quiet moment of sleep, rest now. Rest deeply. Rest in peace. And let the night carry you gently into sleep. The night is quiet now. Your body is at rest. Your breathing is slow, soft, and steady. There is nothing more to do, nothing more to hear, nothing more to follow. Only rest, only quiet, only sleep. Be still. Be still. Be still. Let the mind drift. Let the body sink. Let everything soften. You are safe. Safe in the quiet. Safe in the stillness. Safe in the gentle rhythm of this night. Let go. Let go. Let go. There is nothing to hold now. Nothing to carry. Nothing to return to. Only this calm, open space. Only this gentle darkness. Only this peaceful rest. Your thoughts are quiet now. Your body is heavy. Your breathing is slow. And sleep is close. Close. So close that you do not need to reach for it. It comes naturally, gently, effortlessly, like the soft falling of rain, like the quiet fading of light. Let yourself drift further and further, deeper and deeper, away from thought, away from effort, into rest, into stillness, into sleep. Be still and sleep. Be still and sleep. Be still and sleep. And as the night continues, you remain there, resting, drifting, sleeping, in peace.